A non-standard architectural solution. A cubic window is like a passage to a parallel world. Original patent for the perforated toilet roll by Seth Wheeler 1891, showing it hanging over as opposed to under. A cement truck crashed in 1971 near Winganon, Oklahoma. The mixer was too heavy to move, so they left it. The locals have since repainted it to look like a NASA space capsule. Chocolate Statue of Liberty. Moose are huge animals. They look prehistoric. These beasts are no joke. Low-energy organic house design with wild slate roof in Germany. These are called scud clouds. This was recently captured in South Carolina. First the man takes the drink, then the drink takes the man. Sculpture created based off an old Irish saying. Rare blue lobster caught in the Gulf of Maine. The chance of this occurring is about 1 in 2 million. Rani, a 20-inch tall cow from Bangladesh, becomes the smallest cow in the world. This Himalayan salt looks like chunks of meat. The skull of Purosaurus, one of the biggest crocodile that ever lived. At the 1936 Olympics, 2 Japanese pole vaulters Shuhei Nashida and Tsuyo Oi tied for second. They declined to compete against each other. Nashida was awarded the silver medal and Oi the bronze. On their return to Japan, they had the medals cut in two and joined together to make 2 friendship medals. Bamboo forests in Japan. After Colonel Shaw died in battle, Confederates buried him in a mass grave as an insult for leading black soldiers. Union troops tried to recover his body, but his father sent a letter saying we would not have his body removed from where it lies, surrounded by his brave and devoted soldiers. Wisteria Tunnel Garden in Fukuoka, Japan. Dog react to zero gravity. I have spent 7 hours cutting the leaf to finish this art piece. Is it worth it? The old Telefontornet telephone tower in Stockholm, Sweden, with approximately 5,500 telephone lines, 1,890. The Electric Forest Festival in 2019, Michigan, USA. Timjit, an ancient Roman city in North Africa located on the territory of modern Algeria. WW2 soldiers returning home from war, 1945. These ants have been cleaning this griddle by eating away at the seasoning. New 3D beak for eagle shot in beak. The skull of a Roman soldier who died in the Gallic Wars. BC 1st century. This is a Siberian unicorn, a giant rhino that shared the earth with humans up until at least 39,000 years ago. What Velcro looks like up close. This is the largest great white shark known on record today. She is said to be around 50 years old and is named Deep Blue. The mantis shrimp can punch as fast as a bullet, and the surrounding water briefly reaches the temperature of the sun when they punch. Viking men were also heavily tattooed, but their most striking and fearsome fashion statement was their gnashers. They would file horizontal lines into the enamel on their front teeth and paint in red resin. The Grandpa Gang, a group of men, the oldest being 76, committed the biggest bank robbery in English history. After climbing down an elevator shaft and drilling through a concrete wall, they stole more than 200 million in cash and jewels. Expansion sculpture by Paige Bradley, Brooklyn, New York. Do not be afraid to expand beyond your body and social structures. Link in comments. The remains of the SS City of Adelaide. Nature takes over this abandoned industrial building but adds a rooftop pool. I posted this piece here over a year ago. Because of you guys, my Reddit fam, I am now a full-time artist. Thank you. 3-story 2-bedroom shipping container elevated house, Brazil. Praying mantis that has been preserved in amber for 12 million years. Dinocrates, Alexander the Great's chief architect, who later designed the city of Alexandria, initially planned to carve a colossal statue of Alexander on Mount Athos and to build an entire city on the statue's hand. The plan was scrapped only because a city on that mountain would have no food supply. The face of a neon slug Nembrutha kubriana, one of the most colorful sea slugs. Extremely precise weld. A major intersection in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Image of diver generated by processing the sonar signals of a dolphin. Basically a liquid holograph. 2 pennies 100 years apart. This puppy getting a trim. Under the mushroom. Reindeer eyes turn blue in winter, which makes them see better in the dark due to the scattering of light on the retina. The summer eyes reflect 95 of the light out of the eye, whereas winter eyes only 40. Ospreys in the middle of hunting. Frank Lentini, owner of 3 legs, 16 toes and 2 functioning sets of genitals, 1889166. Setting sun. A Viet Cong's operating room built on a swarm. Doctors will work on their patients with water to their knees. Ca Mao, Vietnam War 1970. Daejigai, a more eco-friendly Japanese forestry technique of creating a tree platform for other trees. The upper trees can be harvested so the root trees don't need to. Turns of Malshejgat, Maharashtra, India. Found a dinosaur footprint on our hike in Utah. Striking natural red spessartine garnet from Brazil with detailed natural etching due to inconsistent crystal growth. This was Pablo Picasso's first ever painting at age 9. Action Max, a VHS-based gaming console, 1986, with a very limited release. If you somehow found a way to extract all of the gold from the bubbling core of our lovely little planet, you would be able to cover all of the land in a layer of gold up to your knees. The burial mound of Marathon, Greece, is a tumulus that houses the ashes of 192 Athenians who fell during the Battle of Marathon in 490 BC. Another tumulus houses the inhumed bodies of the Plataeans who fell during that same battle. Electrical wiring and water pipes in a Brazilian favela. The all-seeing eye. A tornado and rainbow converge. Dophlania armata, highly toxic. Dracula parrot. The circle of life. Ospreys in the middle of hunting. The giant 33 feet anaconda was discovered in Brazil. Ian Fleming, author of James Bond 1962. Srksvatun or Lighty Svatun Lake Infinity Vista Pool on offshore the island of Vigar. Evolution of paintings by Pablo Picasso. The statue of Nike, the Greek goddess of victory. Also known as the headless angel. Turritopsis dohrnii, the immortal jellyfish, can hit the reset button and revert to an earlier developmental stage if it is injured or otherwise threatened. This is a sad one. The Biltmore Estate, America's largest privately owned home. The morning of September 3, 1967, the day Sweden switched from driving on the left to driving on the right. Did you know 25 million of your cells died while you were reading this sentence? This staircase hanging in the middle of 2 buildings by cables. Rainbow created by a glass door. 4 people from the same town who fought in different wars. The space shuttle launch as seen from above. Cat tongue. Zlatni Rat Beach in Croatia before and after the latest storm. A table at a McDonald's I met with touch reactive light sensors. This beautiful historic Roman Catholic church built circa 1905 sits abandoned, amp decaying. The extremely strict rules surrounding any alterations renovations has scared off any buyers, so it will likely continue to rot away until demolition by neglect. Alice Liddell, the archetype of the character Alice from Alice in Wonderland in 1858 and 1932. Bought a military calendar to find my dad in one of the photos. I used my Astro-modified DSLR to photograph the Orion constellation over Haweswater Reservoir in the Lake District, UK. The swordbreaker, an early Renaissance parrying dagger. The teeth on the blade were designed to catch weapons such as rapiers and sabers and control them. It's unknown whether it could effectively break those weapons though. I am the state. Here is my first AI reconstruction of Louis XIV, the Sun King 1638-1715, one of the most famous kings of all time. This is a gun axe historically used by the Polish in the early 1700s to mid-1800s. A severe supercell thunderstorm glowing poison green while swallowing the countryside near Halle, Germany. Image credit Jonas Piontek. Like and subscribe for more daily videos. You can always unsubscribe later if you end up not enjoying them.